So I bought new nesting boxes for the hens. Of course, they're not, they're a little smaller area, but the hens still want to go down underneath there and lay their eggs. But I just put this up today. So I took all the old nesting box out. This is part of it there, and pieces of it there, and so I got this so that the ravens couldn't get to the eggs. Now, this was sitting out, this egg was sitting out in the box that this nesting boxes came in while I was putting it together. So that night, I left it out last night, and these eggs, they give you eggs that go with it. And the ravens, this is what the ravens did. They tried to peck through it. This one here looks like like something tried to get to it too. It might have been a raven that came in here. But that's how the eggs go. See, when the hens lay the egg, of course these aren't very heavy eggs. Let me do that again because I didn't have the camera right. See how that egg rolled down? And so that the eggs roll down. The eggs roll down so that the ravens can't get to the eggs. And then the eggs wind up down there. So I don't think the ravens can pull those up. Now, I put this plastic up to keep the ravens out, and it worked for quite a while. And then they started watching it and stuff. Ravens are one of the most intelligent birds there is. And so they would get down on the step, on this step, and then just walk right in. And the thing didn't seem to bother them. Before, when it was blowing like that, it would be blowing in and out all the time. So it kind of kept them out for a while, a couple of months. And but now they just kind of ignore it. So, and I kept watching them fly out of here with an egg in their mouth. So I decided to go and get something to keep the egg. So I saw this, and I figured this would be a good solution to keep the ravens from getting the eggs, because they would go down into that slot. Those are also for the hens to roost on at night. And I am going to have to build a roost in here now, because I don't have that whole nesting box that they used to roost on. But I think tonight they'll start learning more about this hen nesting box. As you see, they're coming in, and they're looking for their nesting boxes. But I think tonight, once they start roosting on these, they'll figure this out, and that those are their nesting boxes. So with that, I'm hoping that it will deter the ravens. And then again, who knows? Those silly birds are so smart, they might figure out that this is, this back here is open for the eggs to roll through, and they might be able to get their heads, get inside the nesting box, gets their heads underneath the box and find the eggs. And that's a possibility. Like I said, it's pretty hard to outsmart something that's smarter than you are. And sometimes I think the ravens are smarter than us humans. They can figure things out without anybody showing them anything. They use sticks for stuff. Very intelligent bird. You probably think I'm over-exaggerating, but they are. If you take a cracker or a piece of bread or grain or whatever, and you set it on a table or a stump or whatever outside, and you do that every single day, they get used to that food's going to be there. And then one day you decide not to put that food out there, they'll come and knock on your door. Literally, come and knock on your door. Kind of like an OHA person. They want their food. It's a joke. But yeah. And, they'll figure it out. Chickens aren't stupid, but they will figure it out. And she's not sure. They're not sure about what's going on. But yeah. So I'm hoping this works. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to figure something else out. I don't know what. I guess eventually I might have to enclose this whole entire chicken run. I don't want to. It's a pretty good size run. See if I can get over there without tripping. But you can see how big this run is. So it's a pretty good size run. So I'd have to put posts about every 8 feet in here. And then I'd have to put boards across that and then wire over the top of that. That's the only other alternative I have to keeping them from coming in. And I see a post over here I might have to replace. It's not even in the ground, but it's on a post holder, and it's kind of leaning, so I might have to take the screws out of there and push this back or put a board across there. I'll have to figure something out. I can do that in the next couple of days. I'm off for a week because my son is here from South Carolina. I haven't seen him in 26 years. So, but yeah, and this definitely needs to be cleaned up. I have to take time. I need to put a new plywood roof on that and then put some roofing on it. Keep it. I mean, this has been here for 12 years. So yeah, it's been there a long time. So it does need a new roof. And I do like this little building out here because they can come in here and get shade. They can come in there and during the winter when there's snow on the ground or when it's raining and get underneath there when it's raining and all that. So, and I have this electric wire here because I had something climbing over the fence and taking the chickens. And so with this electric fence, they don't do that anymore. I think it was probably a raccoon that was climbing the fence and taking the chickens out. They're pretty big. Raccoons are pretty good size, so the chickens aren't, much of a problem for them to pick up and carry and climb over the fence. The reason I knew they were going over the fence is there would be feathers at the top of the fence line. That's how I knew that something was coming in and taking them. So, but yeah. That's my only other alternative is to enclose this completely. Now I enclosed the turkey pen because I got a lot of cleanup to do this week while I'm off. You can see I enclosed the turkey pen because the silly turkey was flying out. I had 4 turkeys and they would fly out of this pen and something would get them. I imagine it was probably a coyote or a raccoon or something. So I put a fence wire over the top to keep them from flying out. Now this is the post I'm talking about over there. You can see that it's leaning. So I need to put a board that goes across here over there and push that forward. And probably put some more, some new screws in there. And it's just sitting on a post holder. It's a metal post holder. So I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure, today and probably tomorrow they'll probably be a little confused about that, but eventually they'll figure that out. And this is another reason I decided to do that, because the plastic would fly up over there and over the top of that, and then the ravens would get in. So Anyway, please subscribe, push the notification bell, and make a comment, and we'll catch you on the flip side.